Hi everyone, this is pjsthriving and this is a Tag Tuesday Have You Ever video. And Trials of a Long-Haired Girl made up the questions and then started her tags, and I was tagged by Suzy Buie. And in the end of the video, I'll tell you who I'm tagging. But let's get right into it. There are 10 questions. The first one being, have you ever fainted? Yes, I gave blood to one of those plasma places before, didn't eat, was in a hurry, and then ran to work. And I started working and bloop, fell right over. And then another time I was in my kitchen and wasn't feeling real, and then just fainted. That had happened a couple of times, and that's how we actually also found out that I'm in early stages of congestive heart failure. That's how we found those issues. Number 2, have you ever hitchhiked? Well, yes. Let's see, I was probably about 18 or 19. You know, when you get that age and you're grown and nobody can tell you nothing. I hitchhiked from Michigan to Ohio, and I was not alone. I had a girlfriend with me, and then we hitchhiked with some truckers, and actually we found 2 very nice truckers who didn't want anything in return, and we hitchhiked from Ohio to Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, knowing what I know now, I'll never do that again. We were pretty gutsy back then, thought we knew it all, and the risks that we were taking were woof, crazy. Number 3, have you ever been arrested? Unfortunately, yes. It was my 18th birthday, and it was my birthday party, and somebody else was fighting, and I was too close to them fighting, and I got hit, so I hit back, and all of us, we went to jail. Won't ever do that again either. Number 4, have you ever gone surfing? Sorta, kinda. My dad was in the military, so we lived in Hawaii when we were younger, and a lot of people on the beach, and I know my sister used to surf, but I just couldn't get the hang of standing up on the board, so I just kind of paddle surfed, really. I couldn't stand up and surf, I just fall right off. So, kind of, sort of, not, yes, maybe I did. Number 5, have you ever been electrocuted? Yeah, a couple of times, small ones, but one was kind of a little more major. When I first bought my house, I was determined I was going to do it on my own, and I was trying to put ceiling fans up. I had painted my bedroom red, like a burgundy, and I changed the ceiling fan. Well, I turned the power off on the wall, and I couldn't get it up in that hole right, and I shoved it in there, and sparks started flying everywhere, and the next thing I remembered, somebody was hollering at me, picking me up off the floor. The only thing that was in the room was the bed, because everything else was out, and the walls were red. And I hit the wall and slid down and was like an upside down U, and I had no power in the house because it shorted that out. And the next day there was burn marks all over my bed, so we're lucky I didn't catch on fire. But I ended up at the hospital, and where I jammed that up in there, I got zapped pretty good, and the on this side there was a vein that was bruised all the way down into my arm. There was a vein all the way here, and then this whole palm of my hand was actually burnt, and I have a little nerve damage in this hand where I can't feel, like under the finger here and here. I can't, it's like I can do this, I know I'm doing it, but it doesn't feel, but it blistered up real bad. It was pretty bad. I had to do physical therapy for a while. I had to wait, had to go to a burn center to have my hand fixed, and had to do physical therapy on it, and I'll never do that again. Another time, I was outside trying to trim the bushes with one of those electric bushwhacker weeder thingies, and it was dark out, and I was up on a ladder, and I was trying to hurry before I get it all done, and come across down this way, and went across that cord, and I went backwards. Everything went kaplooey, and I lost the power in my house again. So that was the first time that I bought a house that I was determined I was not gonna let a man help me with. years ago before I got married. So I have learned I don't mess with anything electric anymore. Won't do it. I don't care what it is. I'm not doing it. Let's see. Number 6, have you ever gotten stitches? Lord, yes. I was a tomboy and in trouble. So let's start off. I was little, and I was on a swing, and I remember my baby brother had a stick, and he was trying to get me to do something, and I wouldn't do it, and he was standing just right there. It was innocent playing, and as I swung down this way, that stick went this way and stuck in my big toe. Had to have stitches all the way across the end. Of course, I've had C-sections and surgeries where I've had to have surgeries. I was washing a glass once and cut all the way up here, so I had stitches all the way across here. I've had several stitches in the back of my head a few times. As a kid, I fell and landed on a sidewalk and cracked my head open. Let's see. I've had a few times stitches. I've had surgery where they had to have stitches here. So I've had a few bouts with stitches. Let's see. Number 7, have you ever gone hunting? Yes, I have. And the first few times I went, everybody was mad at me because I was so excited that I actually saw once it was birds and once it was turkeys, and then a few times for deer. And I would be so excited I jumped up because I finally saw one and it was scaring them away. So, but I did go hunting. I did get a deer once, or I got a deer twice. And let's see. Number 8, have you ever went vegan or been vegan? No, because I like chicken and I like fish, and I try to stick to those two, but every now and then I still gotta have some red meat. I have a steak or something, so no, not vegan. Number 9, have you ever went bungee jumping? Yes, I did, and I had a blast. And for everybody that says they think that they wouldn't be able to handle it, some people might, but a majority of people will. It is like a free fall, but at the same time, you know you're secure to something. Some friends of ours and mine, we went to, it was a canyon over a river, and when we jumped, I think both of us, me and my friend, both of us probably peed our pants a little bit, but we did it, and I remember getting my hands wet when we went down, and it was kind of like when it's happening so fast, but then when you're at the bottom, my hands actually touch the water, and it's like a very slow motion springing you back up and back down, and it's just, all I can say was I had such a blast. And for danger things, I would say that I was a scaredy cat. Like, people say, oh, I want to jump out of a plane. I say no, but it can't be any worse than bungee jumping, right? Well, yeah, it can, because if your parachute don't work, you splat. With a bungee, at least you got something pulling you back up. I've actually learned how to and jumped out or climbed out of a rope down a running helicopter for, tactical reasons. And I've just done some really crazy things that I thought I would never do, but I actually had fun doing it. So I was always a daredevil as a younger child and early adult. I won't do it again, though. Bungee jumping maybe, but not anything other crazy stuff I've done. Number 10, have you ever broken a bone? Lord, yes. Let's see. Had my big toe broken. Had both of my ankles cracked, fractured. Let's see. Fractured I broke my nose. It's cartilage though, but fractured my fingers. Had broken ribs. Have had fractured L5, S1, that area, both of those were fractured. As a child, it's in my medical records that I had a broken collarbone when I was about 6 months old. Had a boxer fracture. this guy had pulled on me and slapped me, and I hit him so hard and knocked him off the porch, but it cracked and everybody there heard it. And so they call these, when you break these bones in here on the ends, they call that a boxer fracture. So I hit that guy so hard in the face and broke my hand. He'll never hit me again though, that's for sure. And that was years and years ago too, so I don't hang around with those kind of people anymore. So that is it. That is my 10 questions. It's sad to say that I've had to say yes to every single one of those. Thanks, Trials of a Long-Haired Girl and Suzy Buie. Now I would like to tag Frugalmamaofboyz and DOY Life. Please go into my description, check out their channels. If you have not subscribed to them, please subscribe. Give them a little YouTube love. Support their channels as well, and just have fun with the tag. Copy and paste. You can put your answers in down below. It's just for us to have fun and get to know one another. So there you have it. You know, I've been a daredevil and tried probably one too many dangerous things in my life. So please, everyone, the virus is still here. It's very real, and it got real for me this past week. My brother passed away from COVID-19. So please wear a mask. It's very important for yourself, for the people around you, and for the people that you care about. Please wear a mask. Have a great day. See you in the next video next week, guys. Thanks. Bye.